Hello, we're back out at the camp again, and word on the street is we have quite the storm coming. We've got a big blizzard heading our way, and supposed to start to snow any moment now. But I thought everybody's battening down the hatches, and I thought, what a perfect time to come outside and play and enjoy it. I'm not running from it, I'm running into it, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, we've got everything loaded up. We trucked everything out here to the camp, and I got the old camp kitchen here again, and thought I'd open it up and just, I don't know, give you a quick look on some of the things we have on board with this. So open this thing up. I think I mentioned this before. I've done a couple videos on this pack, but it's got a nice little flap on top, and you can extend it. As you can see, I did this time because I brought some food and stuff, and hopefully going to be out here for the weekend and ride this storm out. But little stuff sack here, waterproof bag that's got some food in it, and that's the actual pack there. But with this lid on top, the way they designed it, you have a little bit of adjustability. So if you want to pile the load up a little bit higher, you know, if you wanted to, you could put your tent underneath here, or a bedroll or something like that as well, and just extend these up to the lower holes. But anyways, another feature on this thing is it has a little zippered pouch here, and I don't have much in there, but what I do have is a contractor's trash bag, thick mill trash bag that I put in there, and a couple other things, a couple baggies and things like that. And you know, if you ever needed the trash bag, or I thought, you know, if you're out here and it's raining really hard or snowing hard like it's going to be, I could possibly use that to put over this pack, or just put the whole pack in it. So like I said, this is just a food pack here. I've got some food in. So it has a nice little drawstring closure at the top of this thing, and right off the top, this is a hip pack, and I don't necessarily use it as a hip pack, but what I do use it for is holding my binoculars. I've got a nice set of Vortex binoculars that I keep in there, and you know what, I don't use them, I guess I do sometimes when I'm hiking. I'll take them with me, but I had them in here from hunting season, and but I just keep them right here in this hip pack, and keeps them safe, and I know where they're at. And I've got a few other things in here, just some munchies, a couple granola bars, and back in the back, a couple lighters, and things like that. And then in the front pouch here, there is a little area where I keep my hunting licenses and extra reading glasses, so I always know where all that stuff is. I've got the green rubber gloves. I get these from a local commercial fisherman's store, and just nice out here. You know, I notice when it's raining or when it's snowing, you can put these things on and they keep your hands dry, and that in turn keeps them warm a little bit. But yeah, they're kind of bright neon green, but you know what, they work out pretty good. I've also got another pair of leather gloves, and these are a little bit thicker. I got these, and then my wife snow sealed them or whatever, and made them waterproof. But boy, I've covered this before, but one of the nicest things you can have out here is a pair of leather gloves, you know, to protect your hands. Your hands, they take a beating when you're out here in camp, and just processing firewood and cooking and being around the fire, you always want to protect your hands. One of the most valuable tools that you have out here is your hands, and even a small cut or a burn or something like that, you know, can exaggerate, you know, things, and make it difficult to do, you know, everyday tasks. So protect your hands, you know, get a nice pair of leather gloves, and over time they get all beat up and broken in, and it doesn't hurt to have a backup pair too, you know, in case you lose one or in case these get wet. Let's see what else we have here. All right, in front here, got this little Campcraft pack. The guys at Campcraft made this thing, and there you go. I have a pair of spare gloves in there, and I've got 50 foot of paracord, and just a nice little pouch to have if you want to bring something extra along with you, or a tool or something like that, or whatever. You have a little pouch to put it in, or if you're out here hiking and you find something and you need a place to put it. Nice little pouch to have. All right, next up I've got my fire tinder kit, and you know, I keep this full of just tinder for starting the fire. And sometimes if you're out hiking or something like that, and you see something nice that looks like it would burn good, some dried grass or cattails or birch bark. I've got some birch bark in here, and that's one of the best things you can use out here. But you've got a little baggie inside of here with some of the various stuff I just mentioned. I've got some birch bark in there, some cattails, and then in here I've got some pine sap. I found a tree one time here, I don't know, last summer, and it was just oozing pine sap, so I gathered up some of that, and that seems to help light the fire and keep it going. And then one of my all-time favorite dryer sheets, used dryer sheets. I take those and throw them in here, and I tell you, they just spark every single time you just hit them. And you take a dryer sheet and put a little bit of that birch bark in there, and maybe some pine sap or whatever, and you hit that with a ferro rod, and it seems to work very good. So yeah, nice little tinder kit, good thing to have on board. And you know, that way if you get into camp late, or you know, if you're in a critical situation, you know, let's say you're wet and you're cold and you need to get a fire going, you got a little bit of tinder to help you out there, and good thing to have on board. And I've got some extra toilet paper in there. And this is just a little stuff sack with, what do I have in here? Just an extra hat, and then an extra kind of sock hat in case it's cold out. So that just kind of stays in there. So the front of this pack, there's a little space in here between this system, and I'll show you that here in just a few minutes. What I did when I got this pack is I made a cardboard box, and then I put it in a real thick bag, kind of a clear plastic thick mill bag, and then that all drops down in the pack, and it kind of gives the pack some structure, keeps it standing up, and makes it a lot easier to load things in and out, as I'll show you here in a minute. And but in between the box and the pack here, there's a little bit of space, so you know, I keep these things kind of tucked down in there, and that way they're quick and easy to get to. You don't have to open up the pack and dig through it to get to any of this kind of stuff here. So okay. All right, tear into the top of this thing here. So this baggie, as I was just talking about, as you can see, I took some duct tape and run a line across the top, front and back, and it, you know, it just kind of defines the top edge, and then makes a nice seal. You put the two together, and then you roll them down. And over time, after you do it, time after time, it just kind of naturally creases itself, and it just makes it real easy to roll down. So you roll that down like that, tuck in both the sides, and then you just pull the drawstring on the pack, flip the top over like that, and buckle her down, and you know, it keeps everything secure. So. All right, right off the top, I loaded up the cooler because I knew we were going to be out here for a couple days for this blizzard. So yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff in here. We've got some naan bread. There's a lunch I made for myself, which I never ate. And what do we have in here? Oh, so I have some venison fillets, and I have some sausages, and I've got some bacon. So I thought maybe we'd do some bacon wrapped venison fillets and maybe even a sausage. And we've got some peppers and onions and garlic and a couple carrots in there and some tomatoes and a little bit of cheese. Cheese is actually for breakfast. And I've got some fresh blueberries here. That'll be good. I've got some eggplant cut up and toss in with that mix. And then we've got an avocado in there as well. So a lot of good munchies. And for breakfast, let's see, part of it is in this bag, but I've got a couple of eggs here in this little thing. I've got some butter. I've got me some orange juice. And then we have a special treat tonight. My wife went out and did some clamming yesterday. So she come home with a whole bucket of clams, fresh clams. And so we're going to do some clams on the grill tonight. So yeah, I kind of wanted to show you some of the system we have for cooking back here. Actually, I brought out some of the stuff today I wouldn't normally carry if I was packing in somewhere, but I've got a grill, kind of goes into the ground, and I brought a nice iron skillet and a iron griddle. So we'll do some cooking on them tonight. So, and then we've got a nice bottle of hot sauce here that we're gonna pour on top of those clams. So it's a little look at what's on the menu. And then in this thing, like I said, I've got all the non-perishable kind of stuff in there. So break into that a little bit later. It's going to be some good eating. All right, I'm going to set this stuff back off to the side here. Sandwich. All right, I just want to do a quick look at what's down inside of this pack. I've got my skillet on top of here, and that kind of just lays down on top of everything. It's upside down, and I don't know, it just kind of separates the gear from everything that I put on top, which is typically only food. So bring that out. And just kind of a look at what's down in here. I've got another video where I go through this pack in depth. So, you know what, I don't think I'm going to go through it right now at the moment, but just give you a quick look while we're here. There's some dish towels I just pulled out of there. And then over here on the, I guess, be the left side of the pack is I've got some aluminum foil, and I've got a cutting board back behind there. I've got some wooden spoons and utensils. I've got some knives here. There's my nice camp knife. And some eating utensils and wooden spatula and spoon. And down in here I've got a MSR stove. There's a little candle lantern. And then below that is my coffee pot. And inside of that there's a coffee cup and then some coffee stowed in that. Over here to the right side of the pack is my cook kit. Kind of a pieced together MSR cook kit with several different, couple different pans in there, and that's my cook kit. And then down here in the corner, just some condiments. I've got some tea and some honey, and then here's a container full of spices, and then down here is my coffee cup, and then it's just got a little container inside of it that holds some stuff. It's got some olive oil in there and everything. So yeah, that's kind of what the pack looks like from looking down at it. But while we're here, here's the cardboard box that I was telling you about. So I basically built a cardboard box, put it inside of here, and I put the cardboard box inside of this bag, and then, like I said, it gives the pack some structure. You know, without it, if I were to take that cardboard box out of here, this whole thing would kind of collapse on itself. And so the cardboard box gives us some structure, and it also makes it easy to load things in and out. You know, the box stays in place, and you just pick stuff up. You know, if I want the cook kit, grab it, comes out. You know, you're done with it, it goes right back in. So, you know, the boxes, it really kind of helps out with that. And just another quick glance at the pack while we're walking around it here. It basically has 3 outside pockets and then the one big inner chamber. By the way, I didn't mention that at the top of the video here, but this is from the Pathfinder school over there, Self-Reliance Outfitters. Dave Canterbury collaborated with Duluth, and they made this pack, and this is called the Bushcraft pack. And I tell you what, I think they did a fantastic job on it. They knocked it out of the park. It's got a lot of great features, and like I said, it's got 3 outside pockets, and then the one under the flap here. But kind of how I have it set up is this is the gear side of the pack. So I have a fuel bottle in here, fuel canister. I have another fire starting kit in there with my ferro rod and all my fire starting stuff. Down in the bottom there, I have some Gorilla tape and or duct tape or whatever, and some little bit of paracord. And then here I've got a nice foldable saw. I've got a nice sheath knife in here, and then I've got another foldable little handheld saw. And then coming around to this side over here, it's got another pocket, and I have a stainless steel Nalgene bottle in there, and just a couple of utensils, just extra water. And then here's my water bottle. I kind of carabined that to the side of the pack. But anyhow, if you look at the pack, really nice construction, really nice leather buckles and grab handle here, and easy to carry. It's not something that you want to backpack with or anything like that. It's more for base camp or canoe camp or bushcrafting. It's a bushcraft pack, and so I like it because it has everything in it that I need for cooking and all my gear. Everything is contained in this pack right here. Now the other pack, we talked about that earlier. Everything is contained to that over there, the tent. Everything that is sleep related, your tent, your sleeping gear, and I've got a tarp that goes in with that, and and your extra clothes too. I have a clothes bag in there that has all my extra clothing and things like that I need, and so that is all contained to that pack. And then you have this pack right here that has all your food and tools and gear. So all right, so that's a quick look at this. And also, I guess the front pack here, front part of the pack, just quick and easy access stuff. That's what I like about this. It's a big pocket, and I've got a first aid kit down in here. I have my headlamp that stays right there. I always know where it is, and when I need it, it's right there. Toilet paper. I got a little right in the rain kind of pad here, and just some toiletries and some camp suds to wash your hands with. So all that stays right there in the front pocket, quick and easy to get to. And so yeah, nice design on this thing. I think they did a really good job on this, and I've been real happy with it. So yeah, I hope you like it. So my wife is ready to start cooking here, so I don't want to hold her up. It's starting to get dark, and it's supposed to start snowing any minute. So I guess we better get this show on the road and get the fire going. She's got that going. You can see the snow that we had is melted. Or started to melt, and but now we got supposedly a blizzard coming our way. It's supposed to get pretty nasty out here, so we're going to get with this cooking, and yeah, let's have some fun over the fire here. All right, look at what's on the menu for tonight. We have some fresh clams. Crystal just dug these up yesterday, so we're gonna throw them on the fire and cook them up. We've got some hot sauce laying around here, and yeah, we're gonna have a feast. We got a bunch of stuff to go with this, but this is gonna make a good appetizer, so yeah, this is gonna be good. All right, I wanna show you this little contraption. So my wife got this as a gift for me a while back. This is called a Billy Bob, and I can't remember where the guy was out of, but he welds these things and puts them together, and it's a great camping grill. It's got a big solid stake pole that you drive into the ground, and then the way he made these, bent this metal, and that is some serious metal. That's got to be at least ½ inch or better, and it just gravity kind of holds it on. You put it on there and it holds, and then when you want to move it, you just kind of lift up the front of it and it slides up and down to adjust the height of the thing. In fact, yeah, we've got the poker right here, and if you watch him demonstrate it, you grab a hold of the front of this thing like that, and you kind of lift it, and you can raise it and lower it. You know what? I do that sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes if I have my leather gloves on, I prefer just to grab it. I feel a little safer sometimes just grabbing it back here and moving it up and down. But anyway, so yeah, that's the thing, the Billy Bob, man. And then I had this grate laying around from something. I don't know. I found that somewhere along the line. Probably went on a grill or something, and I put that on there. And what I like about it is this square is kind of small, but when you put this on here, it extends it a little bit, and then I can move it if I want to move it out a little bit, or one side or the other, and or if I want to get the grill marks like that off of it, I found that works good on there. And then if I want to cook on the griddle, I just put the griddle on there and raise it up and down for the heat, and then got a nice iron skillet here, so if you want to cook on the iron skillet, which we're going to do here in a little while, you just toss that on there and good to go. Or if you want to just get with it and just throw the stuff right on the grill, and that's what we're going to do right now with these babies. We're going to toss them on the grill and have ourselves a little feast here. Okay. I'm going to put these clams on the grill here. It's my favorite way to eat these. Cook them on the grill. I don't know though, my wife makes some of the best sauce ever, and when you put them in the sauce, it's a tough decision whether on the grill or in the sauce. I like them both ways. It's excellent either way you go. All right, so basically we're going to leave these things on here until they open up, and as soon as they open up, we're going to put some hot sauce on them and eat these babies up. So my wife swears that the clams taste better in the winter, and I tell you, I have to agree. Something about the cold water, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but either that or it's just a treat to have in the winter, because we clam a lot in the summertime. She loves clamming. I tell you, you get her out there in the water clamming, and it's tough to get her out. But anyways, yeah, it's a treat in the winter because we don't get out as much. But she decided to go out today and get a nice batch of clams. This is just part of them, but we thought we'd start off and make a little appetizer here before dinner. So the best way to cook these that I've found is you just cook them right on the grill. Whether you cook them on your grill at home or out here over an open fire, the open fire is just the best. Just the smoke and the smell of the fire and everything just really enhances the flavor. But you just, nothing to it. You put them on there, and as soon as they open, they're pretty much done at that point. I mean, these things can be eaten raw, which we do, but I like to cook them. Just the flavor is really nice, and they kind of steam inside themselves, and But basically what you do is you put them on here, you cook them until they open up, and as soon as they open up, what I like to do is I notice when they open, the meat is always in the top part of the shell. That's just how they seem to open. So what I do is as soon as they open, I'll flip it upside down so that the meat is in the bottom of the shell and all the juices, and I let it sit there for maybe, I don't know, maybe a minute, and just kind of steaming those juices and everything, and then you take them off, and just as soon as they cool, you put a little, well, you can eat them straight up or put a little dab of hot sauce on them, and man, that is gold. So we're waiting for these things to open up here. Any minute they should be starting to open, so should be getting close. Whoa, we got a few starting to open up here. See how they just pop open like that? And when they do that, like I said, I just flip them over, and that way they just kind of sit there, and the smoke comes up and kind of smokes them up a little bit. And look at this guy back here; he's ready to pop. Sometimes I get impatient. I'll take the tongs and tap on them, and it kind of helps them open up a little bit sometimes. Yeah, they're starting to pop. I'm going to put another log on here, and we're getting close. While we're at it, another way to cook these is just to put them right down there in the coals. And yep, just leave them sit until they start to open, and you take them out and eat them one by one. All right, the last of the clams. Doctor these up. I tell you, there's just nothing better. Fresh seafood, fresh clams. In the summertime, we get these all the time, and once in a while you get lucky. I'm finding scallops, and then last summer we hit the jackpot, and we found an area with mussels, beautiful mussels, and you could just go out and grab a ton of them, and my wife perfected this mussel dish. It was, let me think about this, curried coconut mussels, I believe it was. And they were amazing. I tell you, the combination between these two hot sauces, the jalapeno and then the other red, are just amazing. Fresh New England clams right there. We call them clams. They're all clams to me, but cherry stones and little necks, I guess they're, I don't know, in the family of the quahogs. But there you have it. Just doesn't get any better than that. That is some good eating. Emergency alert. Blizzard conditions, hang on here. Blizzard conditions expected. Travel ban starting 7 p.m. today. Whiteout conditions. And potentially life-threatening. High winds expected to reduce visibility and could be down tree branches and power lines. So that's what we're looking at tonight out here. Yep, we're all set up to try to camp through this thing, and yeah, it's been pretty peaceful so far today. But yeah, it's coming. I think it's supposed to start snowing any time here. So yeah, we're gonna try to ride this thing out. We got plenty of food here, which we're just starting to cook now. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. It could be in for a wild night. Put your seat belts on. All right, let's see what's on the menu. Kind of went over this earlier, but right off the top, we got some naan bread. We have an avocado. That's actually for the morning, but we've got some eggplant. We have sausage and carrots. There's some cheese in there. We've got some tomatoes, and we've got some peppers, and we've got some garlic and onion. So that's gonna accompany this. Very nice. We got a couple venison fillets, a couple deer fillets, and we have a couple sausages. And you know, I think we're gonna do some bacon wrapped fillets, and with the rest of this stuff. And we've got some butter in here, and right here we've got some hot sauce for these clams that we're getting ready to take off of here. This stuff's for the morning. We got some blueberries and some orange juice and some eggs, and that's my sandwich. I never did get to that. All right, let's get the cutting board out here. Just a little tiny cutting board, but it gets the job done. And you know, I've got this. It's a little piece of canvas, and I've got it folded. Just inside the pack, it just kind of wraps around the cutting board and stores like that. But you know, this is nice if you know, today we've got a nice clean picnic table here to work on, so not such a problem. But if you're in the snow or on the ground and it's dirty or muddy or whatever, it's nice to have a little tarp to put out, and gives you a little clean surface to work on. So yeah, we'll fold that in half here, and we're going to chop a few things up here. And got the old iron skillet over here, if you can see that. I'm going to toss everything in there and get this stuff over the fire. Got a couple carrots here. I think I'm going to toss them on the grill for a minute, kind of grill them up a little bit. All right, we got some nice peppers. And so I got a couple nice knives here. I had this, this is a custom made knife, and I'm trying to think of the guy's name that made this for me, but man, he made some really nice knives. Beautiful leather sheath, and nice camp knife right there. So keeps a nice sharp edge. And then I've got this also. It's just a Victorinox, and I have one in my kitchen at home, and I use this thing all the time for everything. So I thought, well, why not throw one in my pack if I use it so much at home? Use it out here, and this is really nice, especially for small stuff like this, dicing it up. In fact, I think I'll use that. Just dice this stuff up. We'll just make big chunks. Toss them right over here in the pan. I hate waste. I like using everything I can, so let's get a hold of everything we can here. All right. I don't know if I'm right in the way of the camera. I probably am. Get the seeds out of here. All right. I'll sit down, make it easy on myself. I like making nice big chunks. less cutting and easier to eat sometimes. I tell you what, if you haven't had eggplant over the fire, you're missing out. I love grilled eggplant. I think is one of my favorite ways to have it. It's really, really, really good. Let's see if this knife is going to be big enough. Well, yeah, I've got some olive oil in the pack. We'll break that out. Right in the pot. You know what? I'm going to toss a couple tomatoes in there. Save a couple for the morning. And you know what? We've got some garlic here. Let's throw some garlic in here. Can't never have too much garlic. Break out the camp knife here. Smash them a little bit. Always fun trying to peel this stuff. Right in the pan. All right, moving on here. A little bit of onion. Break everything up a little bit. Let's save this. Let's save that onion. We'll save a little bit of that for the morning. Maybe have it with breakfast. All right. Back in there. All right, we got a little olive oil. Mix everything up in here a little bit. Got a little container of olive oil. Dump that on there. Yeah, a lot of olive oil. Good stuff. And we're going to toss a little bit of butter. Yeah, get a nice chunk of butter here. Save the rest of that for breakfast. All right, here we go. chop that up a little bit. Toss that in on top of there. All right, getting close here. Let's see what we have for spices in here. I've got some Old Bay. Not sure exactly what that is. Red wine sea salt. That looks nice, but you know what I'm going for? I've got some of this Portuguese salt. We get that up at the Portuguese store, and stuff is nice. I love it. It's just a mixture. It's got salt and other things in it, but yeah, good, nice spice. We'll put a little bit of that on there, and I think we're about ready for the grill here.
They might be hot.
Honey, I think you're thinking just like me. I see the marshmallows and the chocolate over here for the s'mores, and I already have them packed. Now we'll have twice as many.
Oh, you already have some?
Yeah. Boy, the wind is starting to pick up.
You can hear the water.
Big time. Yeah, I can hear the waves crashing on the shore. It's going to get crazy. All right. Got everything on here. Waiting for these last few clams to open up. All right, finally getting some heat with the fire here. It's starting to cook. I love these cooked tomatoes. Don't you? They're so good sometimes. Oh, look at those fillets. A piece of clamshell. Those are looking good. Wow, that is looking good. I got the bacon wrapped fillets, some naan bread, peppers, garlic, eggplant, onions. It's going to be good. All right, back over here to the fire about one more time. Flip the naan bread. Look at those fillets. I don't want to overcook them. Actually, you know what? I'm taking those off right now. Hang on. You don't want to overcook venison. Everybody thinks you have to just cook it to death, but you cook it exactly like you'd cook your favorite steak. You don't do anything different. It's no different than a steak. In fact, if you were eating this, and I didn't tell you it was venison, you would have no idea. So you cook it the same way you'd cook the steak the way you like it. All right, that sausage is just about done. The naan bread's about done. And we're getting close. I keep saying that. We're getting close. You know, cooking over the fire, it's all about the intensity of the fire. And sometimes it's blazing and you're cooking out of control, and then sometimes it's not, and it takes everything a while. But I like the vegetables be a little al dente. All right, that's a wrap right there.
Wow, the bacon. Smash around it.
Yeah,
Best smoke flavor.
is it? That is the best bacon anyways.
But I'm not a huge bacon fan.
Oh, you know what? That venison is cooked perfect. Rare, very rare. Oh, that's amazing. I'll try a little of the bacon here. Going in, caveman. And I don't know what it is, but when you have a steak, anytime you have sausage, or even even a hot dog, it just, I don't know what it is, it just tops it off. Not that the steak's not amazing already, but
It sounds like it's a salt.
oh man,
Although this bacon isn't like super salty.
that is delicious. Let's try the garlic. All right, so we had fresh clams, fresh venison, sausage, bacon, peppers, onions.
Naan bread.
A little bit of naan bread. Over the open fire. Doesn't get any better than this. All right, we are going to top that off with a beautiful chocolate chip cookie. I tell you, things are starting to pick up out here. The wind is out of the north, and it was calm earlier today, but it is really picked up. So yeah, we're in for quite a night tonight. Blizzard conditions. Just had a warning come over my phone, and in fact, there's a ban. You're not even allowed to be on the road after 7 o'clock tonight. So I'm not sure what time it is right now, but yeah, we're supposed to get quite a bit of snow, and so yeah, we're gonna ride this thing out here and see how it goes, and yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna eat this chocolate chip cookie and see what we have going on next. Okay, we're gonna get everything packed up here. Boy, I tell you, the weather's taking a change. Things are really picking up. Wind's picking up. It's starting to snow a little bit. Not a lot yet, but things are starting to intensify a little bit here. So I think we better get everything organized, kind of put together, and get the pack back up here again. All food back in here. through the top here. All right. All right. Got the pack back up. Try to get everything else straightened up here. Okay, as I said, yeah, things are intensifying out here. So we've got things battened down a bit. And we got the tent, the OneTigris over here. Everything's set up, ready to go there. So yeah, we're gonna see how she holds up tonight. We're supposed to get some high winds and lots of snow. So we'll keep an eye on her, and yeah, hopefully we'll be warm sleeping in it tonight. So anyways, yeah, we're trying to get this fire back here, and we got everything kind of cleaned up a little bit, dialed in, and yeah, like I said a minute ago, it's nice to have dinner done, everything packed up, kind of secured, and I'm gonna sit back and watch this storm roll in. So, all right, over and out. Well, I think they were pretty accurate in predicting this storm. I tell you, much worse than I even anticipated. This looks like a scene out of, I don't even know what. It looks like the pictures that you see from the top of the Mount Washington Observatory. The pine trees, usually you can walk right under these and they're bent all the way to the ground. In fact, they were worse earlier, but the winds are so high that a lot of the snow is blown off of them. And there are some broken branches down below. And oh no, this one's got a nice big split in it. See if I can shake some of the snow off this, relieve some of the weight. Oh boy, yeah. Big split. And now we're gonna lose that branch for sure. Yeah. Let's see if I can shake some of these branches off. Okay, let's try this again. I had to come out and literally shake the snow off of all the pine branches. Just the weight of the snow. You can see how many have broken off, but and this one's severely damaged. You're gonna lose that, but just shaking that snow off helped them lift back up. And boy, it must have been a real wet snow to begin with, because this stuff was really on there. And but man, just crazy conditions out here. Look at the garden. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A little bird there. I must be confused. All right, I'm going to take a walk around. Go back in the woods here in a minute and check out the tent, but before I do that, I want to walk back around this way. So they just looks like a tornado went through here. They just come on the news here a little while ago, and our area, we've had up to 72-mile-an-hour winds, and I tell you, you could hear it inside the house last night. Wow. So I tried to, oh, we lost a screen out of the window. I tried to open the basement door here a minute ago, and it didn't work out so well. A bunch of snow flew in, filled up the basement, but man, look at our cars. That is just incredible. There's my car, there's the truck behind it, and we heard several big sticks last night. Must have been pounding the house, because we'd hear a big crash, and trying to figure out what it was, but it must have been some of these branches hitting the house. Incredible. Look at this. All right, I am going to attempt to take a walk back into the woods here and see how the tent made out last night. A little worried about it. Got to be kind of cautious back here, I tell you. I don't want a tree falling on me. Oh no, there's a tree down. Lost that. Wow, oh man. I can see the tent off in the distance. Here's a tree down across the path here. I always hate losing a tree. Oh goodness, look at that. Man. All right, we're coming up on the camp. Wow, I'll tell you what, we have got a lot of snow here. Here's the picnic table. There is the OneTigris. And although she's still standing, I don't know. It looks like this side has kind of collapsed a little bit. Oh man, look at her. She is buried. I got to get a little of the snow off, because she is definitely, she's still standing, but man, she's compromised. She's collapsed. Let's see if this will help. Shake this off. I hope the, look at that. Oh no, I hope the pole didn't break. Come on. Ah, shit. Maybe not. Holy cow. Man. Oh, wow. I tell you, she is covered. Let's get a lot of the weight off of here. So, I'm glad now I put those extra giant stakes in here yesterday, because I think if I wouldn't have done that, I'm not sure if she'd still be standing here. Might have blew away. She's coming back. Coming back to life here. Oh man. I gotta tell you, I am impressed. The OneTigris, she had a lot of snow on her, and I gotta be honest, I had to bail last night. It got so bad, my intentions were to stay in this thing last night, and it got so bad, I bailed. I didn't want to take any risks. We got a lot of big trees above us here, and I didn't want to take the chance of a big branch coming down, or even a tree. We just had a tree over here fall down. So yeah, I thought that'd be the safe move, is to get out of this thing. So yeah, I bailed, and you know, I'm glad I did. My original intentions yesterday were to canoe out to the island that I speak about now and again. I've got a nearby island here, and you know, yesterday the conditions were calm, the calm before the storm, they say, and up until about 6 or 7 o'clock last night, you know, it started snowing, the wind started picking up, things started to intensify, and then overnight this happened. And had I gone to the island, I'm fully confident that it could have turned from a wild, crazy adventure to a survival situation. And then being on the island, I would have been completely stranded, especially had something gone wrong. And very, very fortunate that I didn't go out there. And I think my wife had a little to do with that. I don't think she wanted me to go out there, so I bailed on that operation. But yeah, you know what? It would have been absolutely impossible to get off the island, because the only way to get out there is to take a boat. And I was planning on canoeing. And you know, we've had up to 72-mile-an-hour winds right here in this area. I just seen it on the news, and you know, it would literally been impossible to get off of the island had something gone wrong. If the tent would have failed, or if you know, would have had an accident, or you know, anything, injury or something like that, I would have been left to my own devices. So yeah, good move not going out there. So we decided to come here to the camp instead, and you know, even staying here wasn't safe. I had to bail out of here. So that's the conditions we're looking at here. So I want to continue to get a little bit more of this snow off the tent, but I have to say, I couldn't be more impressed with this tent. She held up, and other than that pole over there collapsing from the weight of the snow and possibly the winds combined, she seems to have sprung back. Now when I take it down, I'll look and make sure there's not any damage to the poles, but wow, that is impressive. Let's see if I can clean this lens off. Rambling on, you probably can't even see the picture. All right, here we go. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if that's any better or not, but yeah, I'm going to continue to dig a little of this snow off of here. There's those giant stakes that I drove in, and might have kept the tent from blowing away. Man, look at that. I tell you, these are the worst conditions I've seen in a long, long time. In fact, I haven't seen anything like this since I was a kid. The blizzard of '78. And we've had a few blizzards out here over the years in the Northeast. Here, let's get these are, oh, lost a branch here. These are wild blueberry bushes. And in the spring they produce nice wild blueberries for us, but they're really weighted down with snow here, and I don't want to lose these. There we go. Stood back up. But look at the side of that tent. That's quite a bit of snow on that thing, and she's standing tough. If you have any doubts whether this tent is going to stand up to extreme snow and wind, here's proof that it will, and it did. I tell you, we were down to bare ground in this spot yesterday, and you see how much snow we've got. Crazy. See how she looks inside. Hey, look at that. Wow, the vestibule did its job. Not even any snow under here. Let's get in this thing. Look at that. Bone dry in there. And she is standing tall. Man. We'll take a closer look at it here in a few days when I take it down, but from what I'm seeing right now, I am impressed. Here's these new zipper pulls I put on, and I tell you, it really makes a difference. And I put these plastic gloves on today. It's really, really, really cold, and it's kind of hard to operate the camera with regular gloves on, so I put those on. You know what? Keeping me a little bit warm, and you know, keeping my hands dry. Trying to knock the snow off of some of this stuff and save a little bit of this stuff. So, okay, well, again, there you have it. This OneTigris STELLA. It's the two-person version, and as you can see, the wind is still blowing. It is blowing hard, and she is hanging in there like a trooper. I got to tell you, I'm really happy with this thing. I didn't know what to expect. I watched some reviews here a while back, and I thought, you know what, at the price point of this thing, I'm gonna pull the plug and go out and buy this thing, and I couldn't be happier. I didn't know what I was gonna find when I come out here today, and I wasn't sure if she's gonna be standing up or what the situation was gonna be, but yeah, she made it through the night, and dug a little snow off of her, and I think she'll make it the rest of the storm. And we're only partially through this storm now at the moment. And there's some pictures of the camp. You can see how much snow we have. That's got to be, I don't know, that's got to be 10, 11, 12 inches at least. You can't even see the fire pit. And wood pile is covered up. We stacked some wood between those trees yesterday just to clean this off again here. Just to have access to it. I thought we were going to be out here today cooking breakfast. That was the plan, and that obviously didn't happen. So yeah, my intentions were to spend the day at the camp and do some cooking, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen at this point. Much worse than I anticipated. All right, over and out.